34, Where I Have Obtained My Knowledge. Thus far, I've introduced you to the world in which we live in, a world of sophistry and manipulation, and have suggested that critical thinking is an antidote, a way to combat it. I've also suggested that critical thinking is a way to improve your own thinking, which helps you to recognize the quality of the thinking in others. In my last presentation, I gave you a memory trick for a test to help you acquire what is about to come, the mnemonic CSEE-I, or CI, will help you to test yourself to ensure that you are learning what you need to learn about critical thinking to make it truly effective. Now, while some of what I've talked about reflects my own thinking, the concepts I'm using come directly from a brilliant team, that of Dr. Richard Paul and Dr. Linda Elder from the Foundation for Critical Thinking. Many of the terms I am going to use and have already used have come from them, and I want to give them full credit. I recommend that you seek out their work. In fact, my presentations are best thought of as an introduction to that work. You can find their work at the following websites: www.criticalthinking.org. And you can also find their lectures on YouTube. Just type in criticalthinking.org into the search bar, and you'll see them come up. Now, my purpose in these presentations is to give you digestible bits that you can review at your own leisure. These presentations are for people who simply don't have the time to intensely study the work of Dr. Richard Paul and Linda Elder in the way I have. What I will be covering is the core of that work. It is a critical thinking model that permeates it. This model is simply the best I've found. I have actually looked for something better, but have come up empty. Their model is the most applicable, comprehensive, complete, and intuitive model of critical thinking I've been able to find. And I believe it can be applied to all forms of thinking. Personally, I'd like to see everyone in the country utilizing these critical thinking concepts. There would be nothing that a fair-minded, critically thinking society could not accomplish. Imagine all the good that could be done. A society of everyone thinking to the best of their ability, improving this ability over time, utilizing fair-minded, strong-sense reasoning to solve problems. A society that learns from its history rather than simply repeats history's patterns over and over again. A country of citizens who have mastered their minds and cannot be easily manipulated. Politicians, news media, salesmen, and professors, you guys would have to reason for a change. It is my hope that you will support their work. Regrettably, Dr. Richard Paul passed away in August of 2015, but Dr. Linda Elder continues their work at the Foundation for Critical Thinking in California. Please consider buying some of their materials or donate to them. I'm indebted to them. It has been a fascinating journey. I'm still enamored with the idea of critical thinking 5 years after I discovered their fascinating body of work. I hope you will find it as valuable as I have. In my next presentation, the 5th out of 34, I will cover the 3 overarching concepts inherent in any good definition of critical thinking.